sis.
I just woke up from my midday nap, so you getting the best of me. I'm all peppy and shit. I feel good.
And meanwhile, I'm
girl, I know you've been on a press tour today. This has been like a day of interviews. They're like, you just gotta squeeze some time. And I'm like, if I could just get a question from Miss Lotto, please, you know. But wow, you really on it.
For real, like trying to, you know, make it happen with all this quarantine.
I want to hear it. You know what? Let me tell you what I want to hear from you. Because if we interviewed like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I don't know if you remember, because now you hella famous, you big as shit now.
Yeah.
Like you were saying that it was going to slow the trajectory of some things, but obviously it picked up the pace for you, girl. You like foot on next now at this point.
Period. Shout out to my team because like I was like scared because I'm like, man, I had just announced that I signed in March and then we went into quarantine in April. So it was like I was so discouraged because I'm like, man, I was just about to go crazy, bro. Like this shit's slowing me down. But shout out to my team because they went to the drawing board and just
you know, honestly, and it shows like your mood is a lot better. You seem so much like more well rounded. I'm glad the quarantine has like done this for you.
No blessing in disguise. It was because like it gave me time to like regroup and like focus on my project too because I finished my project and I started and finished my project during quarantine. So it's like it just gave me time to like go back to the drawing table and just get everything ready and really take off for real.
Give me a couple of the hurdles that you had to overcome still getting Queen of the South done under quarantine. Because you said you was quarantine clean, which let me know she was working on this shit like last month, 2 months ago. She's been at this.
Period. No, so some of the restrictions was so like in certain studios I was recording that it would be only a certain amount of people allowed in the room at a time. So that was one of them. So it's like if I had people like my assistant, my engineer, the producer, my management, my A&Rs from RCA, like everybody couldn't be in the room helping me and I'm a person that's like I like opinions.
You need a
and I like people to listen to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was frustrating. Dropping a project during quarantine and not be able to like properly promote it, like go out and do these shows and or you know what I'm saying, like not be able to fully promote it. That was frustrating. It's just like quarantine, but my team got real creative and we made it work. Very
I feel like I definitely feel like the momentum has picked up from you since you dropped Queen of the South. I feel like I should just shorten it, just Queen. Like you've definitely just kept your momentum at this point. Getting the nod from Cardi, I'm sure has been like a big propeller for not only just you, but for Ruby and Suki. Like I'm just watching the trajectory of all y'all. I'm excited for Wolf Pussy from her. So like just to watch you guys all just obviously do that one interview, but do that music video, like y'all fuck shit up.
That's why I respect Cardi so much because it's like she knew what putting us in that video would do for our career, and she that's just so selfless, and I just love her for that. She's just a real one, and it's so rare in the industry to meet people that's supportive and not scared to let someone outshine them. People always think like supporting other people is going dim daylight, but it's like
what
it's
kind
not.
Of opportunities do you think that it has opened you up for? Because I mean it is a huge nod, but I mean you were on this trajectory much before that, but even without saying a word and just contributing your face, like your face is now the bag.
Period. Millions of views on YouTube, exposure to more fans. That's like opening up her fan base and introducing me to her fan base, Megan fan base. Different publications that like had me in the headlines, like WAP video featuring Mulatto, Suki, Ruby, and the rest of it, like everybody on there, like just putting my name in the conversation. She knew that putting me in the video would give me that attention from those publications and magazines and just everything.
Well, as a lady, I definitely appreciate it because it just like it gave us a record and it gave us something really to just take a good, real hard sniff, because these niggas love to shoot them up, bang, bang, and get to do all this shit in the club, but we don't ever get to talk about our wet ass pussy. Like, so I love
exactly.
this shit.
period. And it ruffled a couple feathers, and I love that.
They were
I love that.
mad. They're still mad about it.
But they always get uncomfortable when females start, you know, being free about our sexuality and confident in ourselves, and like we know what that pussy power really talk. That start making them real nervous.
And clearly it shows. And even through like from the South for yourself, like you have showed that you're gonna talk your shit, and you're really taking on like having to explain some things to people a lot for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, of course you have Mulatto as a persona, but you have Big Lotto, which is a big ass, and this a bitch. Like this, like you're Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, exactly. It's when I get to talking heavy and I get in that real that pocket.
Yeah, I hear you talking your shit.
That's
I do want to ask you about No Hook. That is a record that was very, very personal. I can tell you covered a lot of bases. You covered some things that people will probably start off into an interview and ask you, you know what I mean? But just are really personal issues for you. But I do see one that comes across, obviously the Twitter timeline is your name. And a lot of flack that you get for your name. Like, what are your takes now? Are you feeling a little bit more pressure now that your project is coming through, since you're exposed to bigger fan bases and having to answer to some different people, you know?
Yeah. I just feel like I'm standing on 10 when I named myself Mulatto. Like I knew what it meant, and I knew the controversy that it would cause, and I just feel like I'm mixed, first of all, so I can reclaim that word, first of all, off jump. And it's like I'm not going to let no one silence my experiences as someone of a mixed background. It's like as a kid, I didn't really feel like I fit in nowhere. Like I had two completely different sides of the family that everyone, they cook different, they look different, they celebrate different, they got different traditions. So I never, as a kid, felt like I identified with anyone. So it's like that's just me flipping that negative and making it something positive, because you can't say you can disagree with the name all you want, but you cannot take away from the fact that I flipped that negative and made it something positive. That's the definition that you Google, that's their definition. That's not what I made it. I made it a voice for other young mixed girls, and someone that they can relate to. And I made it a 21-year-old person that's taking care of their family and breaking boundaries and making history. Literally, first solo
for sure. And you talked your shit. You talk that shit on No Hook, and you cover all of those bases. But you know, I am excited to see and curious to see from you like what this will like do to strengthen you as an artist, because obviously having your back against your wall, having to defend your own name a lot of the time, that's something not everybody's gonna understand. You know what I mean? In my brain, I imagined it like you're taking in the same way we take back bitch and nigga, you know what I mean, as ours. You know, some people are really irritated by that. I mean, at least I see it as you getting creative, and as a girl that self-identifies as whom I tell you to not. So that's who you are.
Period.
In the vein of future collabs, who do you want to see in 2020?
I really want to do a song with Summer Walker. Yeah, cause she R&B Atlanta, rap Atlanta. So I feel like that's only right. Megan, I love Megan so much. Like I feel like we gon'
chef's kiss.
Yeah, period. Chef's kiss. When me and Megan do that song, it's gonna be chef's kiss.
I think you go float. I think you go float. So I don't even want to wish you luck, because I already know what you will do. Was there a record that was a lot of fun for you to create, and a record that was not so fun for you to create?
Oh, for sure. Like I go through such a range of emotions when I'm recording, because like I'm such a perfectionist. So I will cry in the booth. I will cry. Like I will get frustrated. I'll be like, I'm leaving. Storm. Like I'll have to take a break. Like because I'm just so passionate about what I do, and I want it to be perfect. I never want to put out anything that I don't approve of. So like honestly, Queen of the South was supposed to drop in July. Expected date, but I wasn't happy with what I had. So it was like I had to, you know, put on my big girl panties and tell RCA it was like I'm not happy 100% with this body of work that I have right now, I still need to work on it. And somebody like me, baby, you can't tell me no, because I got 100% creative control over everything. So it's like they had to just take my word on that. And now this is why you got to just trust the process, because now
which track can you say that you went back to revisit? What were some of the last things that you had to like wipe your hands of?
A lot of so Blame Me and Nobody, and well, we had to switch. It's called My Body. So Blame Me and My Body, I had to go back in on those because that was like the melodic song. So I knew show people like my versatility. So I wanted that to be very perfect. So those I had a lot of redos and cut this different, say this different on Blame Me and My Body. Muwap, people don't even know Muwap. I got like 6 different versions. Was it because of the sample? Like, no, Muwap was a Freaky Girl sample, but it just wasn't perfect to me yet. So I had like 6 different versions of that song, and I'm talking about whole different verses, like completely different arrangements. Like some is like hook first, then first verse, then Gucci verse, then hook. Some is like, I'm talking about different structure, different verses, everything, like completely different songs from Muwap. Then I had to switch one of the features. Like I'm gonna end up explaining everything. Like I want to do like a docu-series or something in depth, because it's really like this project was way more in depth than people know. Like I had to switch whole features. Like it was crazy.
It's so funny that you're saying this as far as docu-series is concerned. First off, I just saw the City Girls docu-series and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was like it was empowering to see behind the lens of all of our favorite women, like really just to see what it takes to get it out the mud every day as a woman. Because you don't wake up this bad. You turn into this person. You turn into this persona every day, you know?
Period. People see the glitz and the glamour and they just think you just put out a project, but they don't get to see like the tears, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into creating a project. Like I love the City Girls docu-series. That was like I was like, damn, I need one of them. Like,
I love that for you. I do love that for you. I would be excited. I think that you're a fun person. Like you might have a fun ass day.
Yeah, they got to.
As far as features are concerned, which ones did you have to get rid of, and which ones would you go forward for? Because I got one in mind.
So, the one that I'm talking about, it's not even on it didn't go on the project, but I had to switch. That was a whole nother story.
We got to sit down and do that.
We got. Yeah, we gotta. That's a whole conversation. Like I gotta be ready.
Okay, respect on that. You know, if I could think of a feature, I would say he say, she say should have started for Vegas. I don't know why, but I hear it floating on it. I can hear you guys both on it. So that's just one to keep in mind.
I had cut that and put that out before the project even. I was just talking that shit on there, so I was like, but I could hear it.
I just like to throw something in the pot, you know. Like as a fan, I'm excited to see if maybe you'll put like Muwap verse 5, 6, and 7 on the deluxe or some shit. You know, quarantine's not over.
Never know. I'm telling you, because I got like I recorded so many songs to come up with the Queen of the South project. So I got so many songs and good songs that didn't make the project, but that are still super dope, and they got big features.
Maybe you gotta come to DC not only to eat. I think I said this last time. You gotta come eat, but like you gotta come get a listening session. I love to sit in the studio. I love to hear what you got work.
And I love playing my music for people just to like get different opinions and stuff. I feel like just the more creative input that you have, just the better.
Man, get RCA on the phone. Tell them that you want to do a private listening session with your fans, because I know some people in the comments is trying to do it too. They want to be a part of the vision, but you know, you a busy lady. I'm gonna get out your way, but seriously, keep doing everything that you're doing. I love this for you. I love to see this for you. It's refreshing. It's super refreshing. So you got a friend in me. I'm here in DC. Whenever you make it out here, let's go eat. Let's get to the studio. Let's just do.